windy. How low dew points drop for the weekend?
And it was this time yesterday, meteorologist Kat Campbell warned us that dangerous storms were moving into our area, and she was right. Wind gusts took down trees. Those trees brought down power lines, leaving Durham, nearly half of it, in the dark. Right now, we are examining this damage and the lasting impacts a few hours of severe weather will have on an entire community. I'm Dan Haggerty. Over the next 2.5 hours, we have live reporters spread across the area tracking the latest damage from the ground and from WRAL's Sky 5.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lena Tillett. We want to show you a snapshot of the situation at this hour. More than 38 customers are without power right now in Durham County. Thousands more have seen power return during the day. However, according to Duke Energy, some will be without power until about 2:30 in the morning. Of course, no power means no air conditioning. And right now it is 91 degrees in Durham. The county having to open cooling centers at public libraries so those without power can avoid the heat. Then, of course, there's the cleanup, something crews say will take days in the Durham neighborhood where a falling tree killed a woman yesterday. So tragic. WRAL's Eric Miller has been following this story since just after the storm passed. Eric, what's the latest?
Well, Lena, that tree that fell and killed a woman, it's about a block from where we're standing right now. But the thing is, this neighborhood just south of Duke University is filled with close calls. Just take a look at this car here behind me. The car completely surrounded by power lines, a tree and power pole dangling precariously just behind. And the thing is, amazingly, neighbors tell us the driver here was able to get out okay and is safe. Other folks, though, they were not so lucky.
It's a day of firsts for Sarah Peveler.
We've just connected that fridge for right now.
First time she's had to run a generator at her house on Anderson Street.
And you got it running how fast?
Well, the instructions are right there.
And the first time the fatal consequences of a storm have hit so close to home.
I never mess with weather anyway, but I definitely take it very, very seriously now.
Just a block away, Durham police say this tree came crashing down onto 78-year-old Donna Warsaw's SUV yesterday. Warsaw died at the scene. 24 hours later, the storm has passed, but the danger hasn't. Some roads are still blocked by fallen trees, and dozens of traffic lights are out around the city, leading to driver confusion and crashes.
Yeah, and there is still such a mess here. Listening to some of the numbers that we heard from this storm, it makes a bit of sense why there were so many trees down in this area. A wind gauge over at Duke University actually recorded a gust top speed 72 miles an hour yesterday during the peak of this storm. Now, as for the cleanup, talking to crews out here, in some cases, they do say it is going to be days before things are fixed and back to normal. Specifically, that big tree over there at Moorhead and Anderson, crews there saying 2 days before they can get things back to normal. Lena?
You know, some of those trees just look so precarious out there. It is a scary situation, certainly. Eric Miller reporting live for us in Durham. Thank you.
And the damage so widespread, Sky 5 going up. This is during our noon hour to get another vantage point of all the damage we've seen. A different angle here. Someone on the roof doing some work there. WRL's Brian Schrader rode along with Sky 5 and has this look now of the aftermath in Durham and northern Wake counties.
These storms packed a big punch, and Durham took the brunt of the damage. Take a look at the scene on DeMille Street. Sky 5 flew over this neighborhood where the wind appeared to split this big tree in two, with part of it falling onto this house. One of the many downed trees we spotted all over the city. Crews worked to repair damage in this neighborhood off Liberty Street near Woodlawn Cemetery. Several roads remained closed through the day, and traffic signals were out at more than a dozen intersections into the afternoon. This is NC 54 at Farrington Road, where Durham police directed traffic during the lunchtime rush. That storm pushed off to the east near Falls Lake. Winds blew down trees and damaged this roof near Cheek Road. We then followed the path near Creedmoor, where a tree fell between these two homes along Dove Road. And on Boyce Road in the far northern part of Wake County, you can see where the strong straight-line winds blew down these trees. Now, this was not from a tornado. These were straight-line winds from severe thunderstorms, and it shows why you need to take those severe thunderstorm warnings seriously. In Sky 5, I'm Brian Schrader, WRAL News.
Those pictures do such an amazing way of telling the story, but a big part of the story has been the power outages. With that damage so widespread, what will it take to get the power back on for everybody? WRAL's Monica Casey asked a Duke Energy spokesperson that very question. That answer coming up for you at 4:30.
Dan, right now in the WRAL Live Center.